Hello, everybody. Today I have some interesting news for you. If you haven't noticed and if you haven't been following, there is one race left to call in the 2020 House of Representatives. It is this district in New York. I'm not entirely sure which district it is, but it has been very interesting. As of a day ago, Anthony Brzezinski looks like he would have been reelected as the incumbent senator, or not senator, excuse me, House representative member, congressperson of this district. He looked like he was going to win by 12 votes. However, and this is it right now, this race still has not been called, of course, due to the very small vote difference. 50 votes somehow were found. I don't know, this usually happens every election, but they favored Claudia Tenney, which is the Republican candidate. So if that's holds, and I'm going to show you the lead in a second, the Republicans will get a 13-seat minority, and the Democrats will have a 4-seat majority, or I guess you could say a 5-seat majority in the House. I think it refreshes every other minute or something. But this is the House map, and I know everyone's like, well, you guys can't see it for a second, which is a bit annoying. Okay, this is the House map, and I know some people don't really understand how the House works, but people are like, oh my God, I can't believe how red the country is. That's crazy. Just keep in mind, excuse me, voice crack. Keep in mind that a lot of these districts pretty much have the exact same amount of people as one of these tiny districts in California. And the Democrats get a ton of districts in this area in New York, in Illinois, California, they get a ton, Texas, and in a bunch of other areas. In Maryland, they get a bunch just across the country. So it looks very red, of course, but there's very, very small districts in these highly populated areas, which pretty much give the Democrats a good amount of seats in the House. But what we're looking at is obviously the New York. I'm probably going to do a reflection on each thing. So if you don't, we're reacting to the governor's results, here, I'll just click on this one, to the Senate, to the House, and to the presidential results, all at like different videos. I know I did like one major one, but I'm just going to go through it all. But first, let's take a look at the final race to call. I know that the New York Times hasn't called a few other ones, but I trust our CP. They've called most of them. And they honestly were more accurate this election than 538. Anyway, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Wow, what a district. So let's take a look if I can find it. Okay, here is the district. So Claudia Tenney, and I guess she should be on the top. Actually, no, I don't think it matters, has a 12-vote lead out of about 360,000 votes, or 361-ish thousand, I guess, or whatever, not including the Libertarian. But 12-vote lead with 100% reporting in the district. Now, it has not been called, of course, due to, obviously, there's going to be a recount in this district, and there's probably going to be a lot of lawsuits and stuff. But this is just a very interesting race. Claudia Tenney, Anthony Brzezinski was up 12 votes about a day ago. He since has went down, and Claudia Tenney took the lead. Think about it this way: even if the Libertarian wasn't on the ballot, it's funny how they get the Libertarians on the ballot in like a close race like this, not like a race like this. But if the Libertarian was on the ballot, she would have won pretty handily. But obviously, there was one on the ballot, and she won by 12 votes. It's looking like. So that's a major race, major victory for Republicans. That means in the midterms, they are probably going to have a very, very solid majority in the House of Representatives, given the fact that they are only 5 seats away from a majority. It's looking very, very good for them. Of course, in the midterms, especially if Joe Biden is the incumbent president, then that usually is whatever the opposite party is. So in 2018, it was a blue wave. In 2014, 2010, it was red waves. 2022, it could also be a red wave. Now, the Senate map for the Republicans is very different. The Senate map is actually a lot harder for Republicans to even make gains, let alone hold the Senate in 2022, which is a bit interesting. But the House, obviously, every seat is up for re-election every year. It's not a different map. So if it is going to be Biden as incumbent, I can see Republicans, if they did, in fact, gain seats, they probably gain around 30, 40 seats. That would bring them to a 240, 250 seat majority in the House. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen for certain, but clearly, even when Trump is the apparent loser right now, they did very good down ballot. They looking like they're going to keep the Senate, and it's looking like the Democrats are only going to have a 5, maybe 6 seat majority in the House. Now I can just go back, and this is the New York Times House map, but it's not as updated as this House map for the RCP, and I'll show you that anyway. But my main focus is looking at Claudia Tenney's race, but let's just take a look at some of these other races. So this race has not been updated, but Lee Zeldin will definitely win this race. Same with over here. This is an issue. Where is this? Okay. Yeah, this race looks like it's going to go. The Republican RCP already called it. I think that they have more results in anyway. But this Iowa race has been called as well. Iowa District 2 at only 89% in New York Times, but in Real Clear Politics, I actually don't know where I is in the alphabet. See, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. I didn't even know. Okay. This one. This race right here is here. 99% reporting. Oh dear, she's actually only up by 6 votes in that district. I can't believe the RCP called that one and didn't call the other one, but that's interesting. If the Republican manages to hold that seat or flip that seat, that's going to be very interesting. I didn't realize that the race was that close. 6 votes is insane, but if it's a Republican hold, then good for the Republicans. This Iowa race was very close as well, but Iowa now has 3 Republicans. It's looking like, and 2 Democrats, and in 2018, it had 3 Democrats and 1 Republican. So you could see how that flipped, and Trump obviously helped out. Trump actually does help out when he's on the ballot, which is a bit interesting, especially when you look at 2016 and then 2020. He did very good in the House of Representatives. The Senate was kept. He did, looking like he's going to lose the presidency, but Republicans did amazingly well down ballot considering the disadvantage that they were at. And I mean, the Senate, I can go through all the polls and I can be angry at them constantly because that's what they deserve, but we can go through all that. So also, it's actually tied in Minnesota with House districts. That's cool. Okay, New York, obviously not many House districts. Let's see, because it was supposed to be, where was that guy's name? Lee Zeldin, yeah. I don't know how much reporting there. Let's take a look at this district too. I get distracted now. Come on, New York Times. Who are the people here? Andrew and Jackie Gordon. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Here we go. Let's take a look at New York District 2. For some reason, it doesn't go directly to the District 2. Okay, yeah, so 78%. Okay, I guess it's the same amount of reporting. They just called it. Okay. Well, actually, can I go like this? Oh, I can actually click on them. Or I have to go to this. Let's see. Oh, now that's 100% reporting. Okay. Geez, I think that's the closest House race. 6 votes. Anyway, Claudia Tenney taking the lead. It looked like Anthony Brzezinski was going to narrowly edge out a lead. Now it's looking like the Republicans are going to edge out a lead. This is my website. I can show you what my House prediction was anyway. But my House prediction was actually very, very well, and I actually underestimated Republicans, which, see, this is the actual, I wish I had just the actual website, but this takes long to load. This is like the actual editing, whatever, but I could show you my Republican prediction. I didn't actually make a video about it. I just put it on the website because I felt like I really just didn't want to go through all of that. I was a lot more interested in the presidential and Senate elections. But here, let me just get a new site. You just got to go like this. I literally just learned how to use Wix about a month ago, so that's great. All right, here we go. Take a look. Okay, House election prediction, 224 to 211. It's looking like it's either going to be 223 to 212 or 220. God, now it's okay. 221 to 213 or 222 to 213. So my House prediction was pretty accurate. Governor's was accurate, of course, and then the Senate, these 2 seats were flipped. Thinking back, I probably like my mindset was like with Susan Collins probably was a bit wrong, um, but Martha McSally, both of those kind of were missteps in my era. But and then this was I'm just putting this as just Biden. This is the final electoral map, whatever. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was really just to go over the last too close to call house race to see where it's at and for people who are interested in it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy and make sure to subscribe for more videos. Have a nice day.